Hi and welcome back to Rideshare UK. My name's Kevin and it's a little bit different today because today I'm going to be remembering some of the road safety ads that came out when I first started driving. Now, I passed my driving test in 1978, so going back a bit, and I remember loads of public service ads by the government all about driving and road safety. And these went from the early 60s right the way through to the early 90s for about 30 years. And then for some reason, in the sort of mid-90s, they just don't tend to do them anymore. But these are some of the most memorable ones that I can remember. Certainly had an impact on how I drive or learnt to drive. And I think, to be honest with you, they could do with coming back when you look at the conditions and the quality of driving now on the roads. But let's have a look at some of these quite frightening and quite graphic adverts, and quite humorous adverts, some of them are, but mainly quite graphic. So let's begin and let's have a look at our first one. Now the first one, I think it's about, the full video is about 4 or 5 minutes long, and I remember seeing it in the cinema early 90s. They also, I'm fairly sure they did a short form version of about a minute, because I think I saw this on TV as well. Definitely remember seeing it in the cinema. It's fairly local. The lead on it was Gwent Police, so fairly local. And it's when phones first started to do texting. And this is all about driving and texting. And I think Gwent Police bought this out, and it did go nationally, but it was led by Gwent Police because of a number of accidents involving young people texting and driving. So let's have a quick look at this. I'm only going to play the first 30-40 seconds or so of the long form. I couldn't find a short form video anywhere, but this is the first part of the long form, just to give you an idea as to the sort of videos or sort of adverts, public safety adverts, we used to get back in the early 90s.
Hi James, my mate Jules fancies you.
Cass.
It's not a funny.
It's not even funny now.
Oh, let me just get his number.
As you can see, some of these ads, public service ads, the special effects and the acting and the setup and the quality was as good as the films you were going to see at the cinema or on the TV. That was particularly powerful because young people at the time, early 90s, were doing a lot of texting and a lot of accidents did happen. But let's have a bit of fun now, because I remember this one, I think it was mid-80s, and was trying to get people not to be as angry or as road rage on the roads, and it used children to add a little bit of humour to it. Quite a funny one, but it does send a message.
Oi, look what you just did to my car! What are you talking about? You just crashed into me! No, mate, I had right away! Move over, I can't get through! Just overtake them, you idiot! Hey, what do you think I'm trying to do? How did you not see me? Are you blind or something? Do you want to get out of the car and find out? Oi! Come on! Don't get eggy with me! Maybe you should get some lessons, yeah?
So that was quite a good, funny one, that was, using the kids to exemplify some of the behaviour that drivers do on the road. This one was going quite early. I think this is early 70s, this next one. And it was really helpful in trying to remember what triangles mean and what circles mean when it comes to road traffic signs. Because triangles are beware and circles are no. Prohibitions, don't do it. And this one was produced, I think, I'm sure it was early 70s or late 60s. But it's quite funny anyway, so we'll put this one in before we get down to the more graphic ones. So after this video, we start to get a little bit more graphic, as if that first one wasn't graphic enough.
Yeah, I say, they should warn you about slippery roads like this.
Yes, a beware sign, a red triangle. Beware crossroads, beware bends, beware cattle.
And they should warn you when there's no overtaking.
Yes, a no sign, a red circle. No U-turns, no motor vehicles, no stopping.
Mind you, if they did put up these signs, you can bet your life some idiot still wouldn't take a blind bit of notice.
So I think one of the most successful road safety campaigns run by the government was the Think campaign. Now, I believe the most successful one was regarding motorcycles, as in think once, think twice, think bike. I think all of those over a certain age will remember that. But the Think campaign also included a lot of other things like speeding. And this is one from the 70s. And I remember seeing this, but the second one, the one we'll see after this, I definitely remember seeing that one on TV. But let's have a look at the first one, black and white, which makes it, I think, early 70s that it was sent out.
This car was travelling at 35 miles per hour. Had it been travelling at 30, it would have stopped here. Think. Slow down.
So that was one of the early ads for the Think speeding campaign. This second one, I distinctly remember watching this, and it's sort of a little bit freaky. It was not as much blood and guts as a lot of them, but there's something really quite weird about this one. So this is another one to cut the speed and keep it below 30.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die. Hit me at 30 and there's around an 80% chance I'll live.
So let's have a look at one more speeding public information film before we move on to a different topic. This one I remember as well. I'm fairly sure it was early 80s. Don't think it was 70s. I think it was about 81, 82, something like that. But yeah, quite a powerful one. Not a great deal of blood, not a great deal of guts, but we're moving on towards the more gory ones fairly soon.
Well, I mean, let's face it, he was lucky, really. He was just crossing the road, same as he always does, but he never saw the car.
There's bound to be brain damage. They say we should expect it.
They said he was doing 40. She didn't stand a chance. Just not right.
So if you look at speed, let's have a look at another issue, which is seat belts. Now there used to be never used to be legally required to have seat belts, even front or the back, which it is now. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was optional, and they used to run public service campaigns, and was under a lot of it was under the Clunk Click campaign. I'm not going to show many of these because obviously they were headed up by Jimmy Savile, so I don't really want to be promoting those sort of videos, so to speak. But this is a pre-Jimmy Savile Clunk Click video, and then we'll have another look at another one a little bit later after this one. But this one is full of front seat driver to put on a seatbelt. And this was before it was law, so it would probably be about 83, 84, something like that.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Now this one is a few years later. I think it's mid to late 80s. I definitely remember seeing this one on TV because it's actually quite a shocking one. But let's have a quick look. Again, it's all about seatbelts. Wear no seatbelts.
Like most victims, Julie knew her killer. It was her son. He wasn't wearing his seatbelt. After crushing her to death, he sat back down. Think, always wear a seatbelt.
So that's a selection of some of the older ones that used to be shown in the UK nationally. I really think we should be still showing some sort of public information films and road safety films like that, even today, because the standard of driving has dropped from the 60s and 70s. No doubt about that. Over in Northern Ireland, they still do these. We'll have a look at a couple of the more modern ones. Not as graphic, not as bloody as those from the 80s and 90s. But I haven't been able to find the one I really wanted to find, which was about middle lane hoggers. I remember it distinctly. Don't be a road hog. It was a pig driving a car. It's a cartoon. Pig driving a car going oink oink in the middle lane of the motorways, and it's saying don't be a road hog. Move to the left. The centre lane is for overtaking, not for cruising. Something like that. I haven't been able to find it, but not to worry. If I do find it, I'll do another compilation of my favourite bloody road safety ad campaigns. But let's have a look at two from Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland are still running road safety campaigns. It's done under the Department of Education. So let's have a look at this first one, which is all about bikes. I might try and sort out some of these think once, think twice, think bike adverts that used to run in the UK during the 80s and 90s at a later stage. But let's have a quick look at this one.
Just when I needed you to pay attention. Just when I needed you to take another look.
Just when I needed you to show consideration.
Just when I needed you to look really closely. Driver carelessness is the biggest cause of motorcyclist deaths and serious injuries.
Just when I need
Take another look.
you most.
Okay, so this final one is a compilation. I believe it's still doing the rounds on social media. The Department of Education is still publishing this one. It's a compilation of previous ones, put on a nice soundtrack. Quite effective as well. So let's have a look at this, just to end this little look back road safety campaign ads across the UK and Northern Ireland.
I can take my eyes off you. I can take my eyes off you now. I can take my eyes off you. I can take my eyes off you now. I can take my eyes off you. I can take my eyes off you. I can take my eyes off you. Of you.
So I hope that didn't distress you too much. They are quite effective ones. There's a lot that I haven't shown here. There's loads, hundreds over the years were put together. Some quite gory, very effective. But I really do think we should be continuing with these road safety ads even today. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed those little clips of road safety campaigns that I particularly remember. Do you remember, does any stand out if you're of a certain age that you used to watch and see and remember from your younger days? Let me know in the comments. What was your favourite or most effective road safety advert that you've watched? So until next time, thanks for watching, and this is Kevin at Rideshare Buddy UK.